The Trumbull County Land Bank has been demolishing houses like this one for the last 5 years. In that time, they've demolished 525 homes and are expected to take down another 200 in 2018. I signed with Freddie about his time at Poland. He says he dealt with his share of bullying. Lots of people stared at him. Tire piles like this are all too common throughout Youngstown, often attracting stray animals in the area and causing unsightly overgrowth. All of these charges for the mayor's grandson, Frank Q. Jackson, stem from a domestic violence incident that happened on June 10th. I've got the police report here with me right now, and just the sheer violence in this report is overwhelming. Robbins Theater that you see behind me used to have 1,100 seats on this floor and another 400 upstairs, but as you can see, there's no seats in the theater right now. They've all been removed and are being restored. When a firefighter was falling, something hit the underside of the mask and pushed it up off of his face like this. It's consistently come down. It's a very fine white powdery snow out here that's not really sticking so much to the roads and the sidewalks, but definitely to the grass right now. That could soon change depending on how temperatures go overnight. Mandy, I'm outside the Youngstown Police Department where we're trying to learn new information about this shooting. As you said, 2 people dead, 1 male, 1 female. This all happened at around 7 o'clock this evening when we heard the call for shots fired on the radio. This happened at the intersection of Gibson and Pasadena on Youngstown's south side, just off of South Avenue. That baby, the 1-year-old on life support, Lieutenant Doug Bobovnik told me just about an hour ago he is hoping that someone can come forward with information.
We're looking for anybody that knows anything. Right now we haven't had any witnesses come forward that saw anything. We're trying to go through the crime scene as I'm speaking with you now.
We're going to stay here at the police station and continue to try and get updates for you on this situation. Just in the last few minutes, we've seen many of the officers who were on the scene come back here to the department where they will be processing evidence. We're going to keep you up to date with all of this, and as we learn more, we'll bring it to you. Stan, Mandy?
Hi. I know you.
Hi. Meet Peg Palmer.
Did you get your nails done again?
Every day.
Once a week for the last 6 months, the students at Newcastle High School come to visit the seniors at Rhodes Estates Senior Center.
This is a pretty room. Where are we?
Confusion like this is part of dementia. Peg was diagnosed nearly a decade ago. The 92-year-old says her weekly meetings with the high schoolers help keep her young.
Leave him alone. He's mine.
She didn't really remember me like the first couple weeks when I'd come, and like more and more after we would come, she would start remembering like my name and like who I was, and like she'd point me out and stuff.
Many of the students have loved ones with dementia. The bond between the two groups is linked through music, which helps improve the seniors' memories.
You'll ever know, dear, how much I love you.
It brings them back. It touches their hearts, it touches their soul, it touches their spirit. They feel alive again. It brings them back to that place where they used to be as a youth.
Anastasia Lynn is the program director at the Senior Center. She started this program to teach the students empathy.
It's not just about music, it's about relating to one another as human beings.
Taking care of a dementia patient is often a 24-hour job. Full-time care often costs more than $50,000 a year. Then there's the emotional cost.
It takes its toll on the caregiver.
Cindy Junkin is a music therapist that's worked with dementia patients for nearly a quarter century. She's seen firsthand what the disease can do to a family.
Their diminished capacity is very heartbreaking for families.
So what can you do if a loved one is diagnosed? The Alzheimer's Association recommends a family meeting first. Look at where you are financially and see what different types of care you can afford. Above all, be educated about the disease. And of course,
Let's move it, babe.
make sure your loved one is getting plenty of exercise.
What people don't understand, they think of measles as something, oh, this is something very sinister. It's not.
It is, however, incredibly contagious. Dr. Frank Esper of the Cleveland Clinic Children's Hospital says you don't even need to be close to someone that has it to get it.
Even after you've left the area, it hangs in the air and people can breathe it in.
Symptoms often resemble the flu.
High fevers of up to 104, runny nose, and watery eyes, with one major addition.
The rash is unique, and so the rash, when it starts on the face and then starts moving down the body, that's when we say, hey, you have measles.
The problem is that diagnosing someone before the rash is incredibly difficult, and by then, the patient has been contagious for a few days.
You will be spreading measles before you even know you're sick with measles.
Patients are usually contagious for 8 to 9 days, but it could be longer. Dr. Esper says those most at risk are children who haven't gotten their vaccines, pregnant women, and people who travel to areas with high measles rates. Prevention comes in a few forms.
Washing your hands, making sure that you cover your cough. If you are sick, you stay home. If you have fever, runny nose, cough, don't go to daycare, don't go to school, don't go to work.
The best option is to get vaccinated if you haven't already.